In this video, I'm going to show you 5 different ways you can mount a GoPro on your motorcycle and helmet to get all kinds of different views, as well as use it as a teaching tool to see how your body position is and things like that when you're going into turns. Now, one of the more obvious ones that you probably already know of is doing one on your helmet, and preferably you don't want to put it up at the top. You want to put it somewhere down about chin level, because that's going to give you the best point of view to kind of see what you're seeing when you have that GoPro on. Now, one thing I did find, I don't know if you guys can see this in the picture, but this mount here is actually perfectly conformed to this helmet, the AGV K6 helmet. And I found these mounts were from a company called RideTech Moto. They make mounts for GoPros that specifically match specific helmets as well. So you're not having to use the default GoPro mounts and just trying to use those and hope that they work out. It actually fits in perfectly with the shape of the helmet. So I think those are worth buying, especially because they're only like 20 bucks. And then you don't have to deal with a bunch of arms and random stuff on here just to get a straight shot. Now, one of my favorite ones besides the helmet view or the gas tank mount is going to be a rear tail mount like this. And for the R3, it's going to be different for every bike, but the default GoPro mount actually fits back here pretty well. So you can just put it right on here and then just make sure this clips in all the way, of course, and then you should be all set for that. Now, this one is going to give you quite a bit of a different view. So as you can see here, it's more of like a behind the seat type of view, and this is what you'll see a lot of MotoGP riders. But one thing I really like about it is it really helps with figuring out your body position. So when you're looking at this, you can really tell if you're leaning properly or if you're getting off the seat properly and things like that. So this is a really good view for practicing, in my opinion. Now for this spot here, this is my all-time favorite view out of all the spots I've tried, because I think this one looks even better than being on your helmet. But this one's basically called a gas tank mount for obvious reasons. And if you're on an R3 like me, you might have to make something custom, which I'll have a link in the description below about a video of how to make something like this. If you have a bigger bike, a lot of them have a mount that you can put down here, so you don't have to make something like this to make everything work. I mean, this one right here is one of the best views. I think it looks really awesome. It's a great point of view, and then it also levels really well with the bike when you're leaning it over, and still captures a wide variety of things like your speedometer. You can kind of see everything that's going on around you. You can watch your hand positions and things like that, so you can use that to learn as well. And another good mount that you can do is putting one somewhere, either, it's going to depend on your bike, but for the R3, the best spot I found was actually right here in this corner of the mirror. To be honest with you, you can't really use this part of the mirror anyway. Most of the time it's just showing my my shoulder or my side here, so it's just blocking, it's just a blocked view anyway. So you could either put it here, or I tried to do it mounted up here and it looked pretty good as well, but I think this is one of the better spots while still getting some wind blockage from the mirror itself. I mean, you can go ahead and clip it in. You can orient it both ways if you want, so you'll be able to turn it up or down. And then this is kind of what it looks like here once it's actually going. And then you can also mount it the other way too if you want to get like a lower look as well. So you can kind of do a couple different options with it. But this is a really cool one too for seeing a lot of your body position, because it's going to be pointed straight at you and you'll be able to tell how good you're leaning over or what you need to work on basically. So this is a really good tool to use in this spot right here. And this spot right here, I just call the Undertale for obvious reasons, but this one might not be as much of a good teaching tool as it is just another cool view to get. But yeah, you'll want to clip it somewhere down here. And for me, I found it to be really good to be kind of in between the exhaust and tire. You can also do it on the other side if you prefer not to see the exhaust in the picture. But anyway, this one, you can also adjust quite a bit. So if you're wanting to get more of the tire and less of the road, or more of the road, less of the tire, you can kind of do all kinds of adjustments here. This one might also, I haven't really tested too much, but might also capture the sound really well from the exhaust. So this might be a good option too if you have like the media mod on it, to pick up a lot of the exhaust sound and things like that. But one of my favorite parts about this one is that if you have someone behind you, you can get cool footage of them and they can also learn from it too, so you can kind of see their body position, share it with them, whatever you want to do. But it's just a cool another point of view as well. So this is a really good one as well to use. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope it helped you learn some new positions that you can put your GoPro in. Most of these you can use your default GoPro mounts that come with it anyway, with the addition of maybe spending 20 bucks here and there to add in some cool new looks for your footage as well. So I hope you found it helpful. It's a beautiful day out here in Texas, so I'm gonna go ride and enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good one, guys. See you on the next one.